high time for us to explore a new environment. Let's make a new set of tiles. These are steampunk tiles. I drew inspiration from the Dwemer ruins in the game Skyrim. As always, we start with the tile foundations. Using double corrugated cardboard here, which is sturdy and conveniently 1/4 inch thick. So we're going to cut 2.5 inch squares. Optionally, apply corrugation cladding. This is just very thin cardstock, or even plain old printer paper will work. Just rip strips 1/4 inch wide and hot glue them on. For the walls, we need chipboard. This is the stuff you see at the back of a notepad. I use Graphics medium chipboard, which is very sturdy, very cheap, and 1/16 of an inch thick. Cut some strips that are 1/2 inch wide and 2.5 inches long. We'll also use some foam board with the paper peeled off of both sides. I got this from Dollar Tree, one of the classic DM Scotty finds, but if you get the more expensive stuff, the paper won't peel as easily. Try some rubbing alcohol to loosen it before peeling. Foam board is about 3/16 of an inch thick, which, when attached to chipboard, gives us the proper 1/4 inch thick wall. If you're new to the channel, check out episode 1 for further explanation. So for the walls, the idea is that we glue on some chunks of foam as well as some other gears and bits. I put some links in the video description below. When attaching these small metal bits and beads, it might be wiser to use super glue than hot glue so that you have finer control and less glue squishing out. So here's 2 examples, also a drinking straw there. Notice there's a gap without any feature. After all the painting is done later, I'll be attaching a gemstone there, so plan ahead. As for the game spaces, mix it up there as well. Here's some cross-stitching mesh, sometimes referred to as granny grating, available at any craft store. Just cut a 1 1/4 inch square and attach it. Here's one of the larger gears in the lot. I'm just going to straight up use that as a space. And we'll also use some chipboard. Again, a 1 1/4 inch square, and I like to just nip off each corner. Attach a wall with hot glue. Use a very thin bead for any length that doesn't have foam to grab onto. These end up being sturdier than you might think. Here they are pre-painting. I'm just going to take a moment and pan around so you can get some ideas and see how I randomized it. I basically raided my stray bits box looking for stuff. Anything you put on the wall should result in an overall thickness of 1/4 inch, and as it turns out, most beads will do exactly that. It's okay to be less thick than that, but too thick means that our clip-on features won't work. Paint them black. First do the stone parts. Use a dark gray and then a light gray. Stipple them on with a brush or a bit of kitchen sponge. Then use metallics to hit all the bits. Just use whatever's in your collection. Pick a silverish color and a copperish color, and try to get both tones appearing on each tile. Alright, let's go check out the finished product. You might remember this metal door from episode 31, goes pretty well with these tiles. If I had one thing to do over, it would obviously be the paint job. I wish I had applied that gray stone speckle to the floors before attaching any game spaces. Right now it's just black in between them and underneath them, and as a result any stray painting mistakes clearly show up. On the plus side, it does give a nice sense of shadow to the room and really helps those gears pop, but anyway, your mileage may vary. For all you 3D printers out there, don't forget to check out Heroes Horde, where you can get TrueTiles models as well as a ton of other excellent fantasy-related scenery. I am Wyloch, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.